About 200 people gathered around a rotary on Tuesday, February 2nd near Nashua North High School for President Obama's visit to New Hampshire. Roughly 60% of the crowd was protesting the president's arrogant plan to fundamentally change the United States into a socialist nation. The majority of protesters, including this videographer, expressed their support for a constitutionally limited federal government that is not involved in the daily lives of individuals and businesses. Let's hear from these protesters directly. Tell me about your appeal to heaven today.
It's a historic flag flown by George Washington in 1775 when the Sons of Liberty in America were seriously outnumbered, outpowered against the British military. So they knew their only hope was an appeal to heaven, and God gave them the victory. Here we are, America.
They flew this flag going into battle and came out victorious, expecting defeat.
So what does it mean to you guys today?
We are overwhelmed by the progressive movement and how, like, Obama has put in, I'll say, snuck in all these people into office. They don't have any resume of a reason to be in that job, and it feels like we're drowning. So it's the same feeling as when Washington was overwhelmed with the British forces. The only way we're going to have a hope is if God gives us some miracles here, like Scott Brown in Massachusetts.
For instance.
One of the biggest parts of the problem with our country today is that there aren't enough of us around actually doing critical thinking. You know, thinking for ourselves, maybe looking into stuff, trying to learn new stuff instead of accepting what's just fed to us on TV.
What town are you from?
Exeter, New Hampshire.
Okay, cool. And what kind of things should we be talking about?
Where to start? Well, let's just say there's a lot of information out there on the internet. You should always verify everything you find in alternative media sources, but don't just accept everything that's fed to you on the TV. There's a reason it's being fed to you on the TV, in my opinion.
Tell me about your sign here. We believe in the Constitution.
Well, it's kind of similar to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've come too far from our founding principles, you know?
So what are those principles?
Down to the school.
Freedom, liberty, you know, government out of our business. It was a limiting document for a reason.
Yeah. Well, what are we gonna do to get that back?
What we're doing right now. Then we're gonna be careful. We're gonna pay attention to who's running for office.
Tell me about this anti-Che shirt that you're wearing here.
Well, I got it to make a statement regarding the nature of socialism to kill people wantonly, just without any regard for human life. Che himself, was a mass murderer. He killed thousands of people, and he was on record as particularly delighting in killing and torturing people without charge, without due process. They could have done nothing wrong. He would just kill them.
So why do people wear the opposite of this shirt? Particularly in the mainstream media, you'll see a lot of people wearing those Che shirt.
That's a good question. For some people, I'm sure they're ignorant. Others, I think they have to know more than that, especially when they praise people like Mao and Stalin and support communist activities. They have to know what they're advocating, which is mass murder. It's force. And anytime you have a government which is able to force people, it soon grows into eventual death.
But they're using the taxpayers' money as their ATM.
It's not nice.
And the reason I do this is for you, your generation below you. I want you to be able to enjoy the prosperity and not be burdened by chains of slavery.
We appreciate it.
Well, right now we owe China $800 billion. They're the largest holder in our and pretty soon, are they going to be wanting collateral for that debt?
Don't like the way Obama's running things. He's spending us, completely out of any fortune we could have had. Like the, typical tax and spend liberal.
What are you here today for?
We are here as constitutionalists.
Right.
Get our friendly new president spending money that he doesn't have, and he's stealing from my kid and his kid.
Absolutely.
America's finally woke up. She took a while, but she woke up. That's what I'm here for.
Obama's spending money we don't have.
Right.
That's why I'm here.
Is never enough. Okay.
That's for sure. I'm for freedom.
Yeah?
Individual rights, individual responsibility.
Okay. And what do you think that we need to do to achieve our goals and restore the Constitution?
We need to elect like-minded people, better people to office. People that respect the Constitution and people that understand a balance sheet. You cannot spend money you don't have.
It's all government intervention.
That's right.
So why would you say something like that?
Because even money going to small business through the government's bad.
Right.
Got it?
Well, what's your preferred system?
Free market, let it work.
Right.
No government intervention at all.
How is that going to benefit people?
Put everybody back to work. Release the human spirit. Freedom.
Thank you.
The big government means higher taxes, less liquid cash for businesses and individuals, and fewer choices.
Right.
Basically, that's what it all comes down to.
Figure with John Edwards and Tim Tebow, I had to comment.
All right, so have you moved beyond just the healthcare issue now? Are you upset about some other things? We talked in Hampstead the first time. Healthcare was all you cared about. What about now, James?
I just think the spending's gotten out of control. It remains to be seen that whether it'll turn the economy around or not. Personally, I think tax cuts are the way to go.
What about the government? Is the size too large? Has it grown too big?
I'd say so. It's definitely grown too big.
What kind of remedies do you see for all this malfeasance?
Well, first of all, you have to cut taxes across the board and get the economy going again. Secondly, you have to look at every program and see, A, is it within the constitutional boundaries of the government? B, could it be handled by states, churches, and charities better? And C, does it work?
Democracy, what is that sign? Democracy cannot be both ignorant and free. Oh yeah, that's
Hey sir, can you explain your sign?
Actually, it's not my sign. It's this,
mine and her, all of ours.
Okay.
And Chuck's too.
Great, I've seen you guys before outside MUR.
Somewhere, somehow.
Excuse me. So tell me about the sign.
It's an awesome sign.
I agree.
It's the best sign ever.
What does it mean?
What do you think it means? Live free or die. Socialism sucks you dry.
Okay.
And that's what it means.
It's a pretty clear message.
Are you still up at the rotary
right.
or you walk back?
Why would you say something like that though?
Because freedom, if we don't have freedom, capitalism in this country, we're going to be sucked dry.
Right,
Socialist health care will suck us dry in every way. It's not
I wish you'd told me
something that we can afford right now or ever, in my
right,
opinion.
I'll be
I would like to keep my money and choose my own health care. Thank you very much.